Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm jumping on today to share a design team project that I just finished for EllsieBels BookShelf. For this project, I used a kit called Garden Ephemera, and it's one of those like collaged paper kits, and I love those type of kits because they're so cool, because I love how vintagey they come out looking, and I'll show you once we get inside. But and also for this one I did something different. I did a hardcover journal. Even though it only has one signatures, there's a lot of pages. Actually, let me just see where the measurements are. The measurements for this journal is 6 by 8.5, and there's 148 pages in here, like front and back. And I was really excited the way this one came out because, number one, I am loving the cover. I always struggle with covers. This one I did a little bit different though. As you can see, I did a little bit of collaging on the front. I did put some bling right here. And then I left the spine very plain but elegant. So I use this just to cover up the stitching. But I love the way it kind of blends in anyway. And then the back is plain. And what I did, and I don't know if this will show on camera, is I covered it with fabric, and then I covered it with this lace over it. So it gives it a more like, I don't know, it just gives it a nicer look. So let's actually just get inside. And before I show you that, look, I did something different too. I have a lot of fun fibers hanging off the sides. And if you've been watching my channel a few videos back, I found one of those rug rags at the flea market last weekend, pulled it all apart. I have a whole tote filled with fibers, and they're so fun to use. So all the projects that I've been doing this whole week, because I've been on vacation, I've been adding fibers to it, and I'm just having so much fun. So you'll see when we get in here how I've been using them. So on the inside, and let me just make sure I am in a frame. I am good. I have this book plate here, and it says this book belongs to. Now, everything in this journal aside from this book plate is from EllsieBels BookShelf, whether it be ephemera pieces, all the pages, you know, things like that. But when I did I forget how I got this, but I got it from TLC Creates Vintage, and I like it. So now that I have it, I want to kind of use it sort of like in the beginning of every book, just so you can, you know, put your name on it or something. And no, I think that's it. This is the only piece that's not from EllsieBels BookShelf in this journal. So in the front, I have a pocket, and this kit, it doesn't come with ephemera, so I got creative and I made my own. So I made my own pockets with shrunk down pages, or parts of pages. I did tuck spots and stuff. You'll see when we go through. So let me just not jump the gun. So like I was saying, there is no ephemera that comes with this kit. So for example, like I made this. This is a page that I shrunk down and then cut in half. These two are both from her. They're just different ephemera kits that I used. But I tried to, because this kit is basically butterflies. And she does have a lot of butterfly ephemera and butterfly kits. I tried to just kind of use all her different butterfly type pieces in this journal. Now the fibers that I used, I feel like they sort of went, or they sort of go with this. So see how this is like a very collaged paper? And then the fibers are almost, they look collaged too. So I thought it would be appropriate. So here we have a little flip up here. Did another little collage down here. Inside, actually, this is also notepad. This is just, obviously it's not a kit, it's just notepad that I have, but it's a little piece of paper, and it says things to do on it, and then you can make some little lists or whatever you want. And so all these pieces of ephemera do also come from her. And actually, I'll stop saying that only because you know it comes from her, because I said it. So here's, I made a little top tuck, and then I have two little ephemera pieces inside. This one, I like these. These are like little Polaroid pictures. And then here, I just did a little collaging, like layered flowers, the paper flowers, little scrap of ribbon, and then a vintage button. And here's some vintage, this came from a typing book from the 50s. It's really cool. And this is typewriting paper. It's kind of like onion skin paper, but it's typewriting paper. And here's an altered Rolodex card. And then inside, we have that as hers. Oh, I did forget. I do have some playing cards in here that are butterfly. I don't know if they're vintage or not. They're yellow, but doesn't mean that they're, you know, truly vintage. Oops. And then we have this little tuck here. And then this is just one of those things to do. And I just folded it up really small. And maybe like that. Another little piece of, see how the background, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. The background pages are from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. She just has plain lined, they look like coffee dyed papers sort of, so that I used for the background pages. But see how there's some pink in here and it matches the pink in here. But as I look at the camera, it doesn't look like it's pink, but it's shaded in pink. And then here's another page. See, don't you love how it's so like vintagey looking? It's all collaged and everything. It just, I love it. Another little altered Rolodex and then some ephemera pieces. More typewriter paper. This came from, I think it was like one of those farmer's almanacs. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Here's a vintage doily, vintage button. And then again, some more different pieces of ephemera that I either made or I got from her. And then a little fiber on top there. This is a vintage furniture book. Love the pages. I love this kit a lot. I know I say that about all her kits, but she always comes up with the best things that I absolutely love. So. And here's some more journaling cards. And again, some more. Oh, this one is actually cool. Let me pull this one out. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love that one. Love, love. Another little tuck with some journaling cards there. And I'm not going to keep pulling the journaling cards out because they're all pretty much very similar. They all have like butterflies and stuff on them. And they all come from her shop. So I love this too here. So that way I don't have to pull them out each and every time. I'll just show some of them. Oh, also, actually, these are also from her shop. They're not butterfly related, but I thought these ones went well with the kit. And I think it's called Thistle and Floral Ephemera. I'm not sure, but it's in her shop and you'd see it. But it's all of these journaling cards, which is really cool. Here's another playing card. And then here, I just did a little alteration on the Rolodex card. There's still plenty of writing room too. Here's another page. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the vintage grungy type look. That's what really drew my attention to this kit. Oh, here I have a math card or a addition card. And this is something new too. It's like a little library card. There's butterflies on it, which is so pretty. And here, no, I never know how to really put them in so they look good. I love these vintage doilies. Here's another altered Rolodex. Some little bits and pieces inside. Here's the middle. And so this is one huge layout. But see this, from this page, this is how you can really see how wonderfully like collagey and vintage and I don't know, butterfly and all these fun words that I'm making up. But it's just such a cool kit. It's really cool. Here's another altered Rolodex. Another one of the postcards, which I really love. Another little flip. And I think these are just, yep, blank journaling pages. Oh, here's another vintage math card. So even though this is really big and decorated, there's still so much room to journal in, to add pictures to. So like pages like this, you could always add a picture on it. And then, you know, you can always journal around here about the picture here. So just because pages have writing and stuff on them doesn't mean that you can't put pictures on it. Or even like here, you could journal right here if you wanted to. You could put a picture here. So journaling doesn't only have to be on like blank pages like that. It can be on in little spots. If you had like a black, I don't know, felt tip marker, you could even write like this, or you can use it as a background and put pictures on it. So there's so many different possibilities you can do with different pages. I mean, some pages you might like this is like a nice frame. You could put a picture right here and it's still kind of framed nicely. You can write in the margins about something that you put there. So these are just different. I love, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt again, but this image right here is my favorite. Love it. It reminds me of a vintage ledger book. It does say day book, I think. Yeah, day book. But it's just, if I could have that in real life, I'd be very happy. But yeah, so as I was saying, I mean, you don't have to use these only as like decorative pages. You can actually decorate the page, because I know some people sort of wonder like, well, there's writing and stuff on it. What do I do with it? You know what? Slap a picture on it right around the edges. These are junk journals, and junk journals, you can do whatever you want with them. That's the best part. Just because this looks like it's all nice and neat, slap a picture on it. Use a red felt tip marker and write across it. So, I mean, they're just like little ideas you can do. You don't have to just stick to writing here or writing here. You can do whatever you want. I mean, granted, like these types of pages, they're very pretty, but still, you could use it as like a background for your pictures, you know? So, just because it's there and pretty looking doesn't mean that you can't write on it or you can't slap some pictures on it, because that's what I do. I love this ticket too. Here's another little tuck spot up there. Another little altered Rolodex. And then here, actually, this little flower kit, hold on, I have it right here. I know I showed it in one of my last weekend, because I got it at the flea market. So I decided to try to use those in here. I still, as you can see, has a bunch, but, you know, what else? And then look at this back page right here. It is so pretty. The kit is so pretty. Like, regardless, she does awesome work. And here's just the back pocket with some fun things. And then this, I just cut out a piece of, you know, I from the pages, and I made a pocket. So, and that is the end. And one thing I always like to add when I'm doing a design team project or I'm using anything from EllsieBels BookShelf Etsy is that all her digital kits, they come in the two versions. They come in like a digital version, and they also come in like a print and ship. So that way, if you don't have access to a printer, you can't print something out, but you really want to make a journal with one of her kits, you can buy the print and ship one. So basically, she prints out the whole kit for you, sends it to you, and then there you go. You have your pages. So just to put that in there. This journal also is listed in my Etsy if you are interested. And then, you know, like I always say, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them in the comments below. But I do hope you like this little walkthrough of my design team project for EllsieBels BookShelf. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.